Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosanna and I'm sharing with you today Chanel's cruise collection for 24. So I've noticed two major things for this collection. Either one, very minimalistic, or a little stressed out over the top, but predominantly a lot of really minimalistic lines here. And let's start off with the mini camera case. So it's in embossed leather, very simple, basically a pillbox. It comes in various shades of very pastel colors. And what I still really like about this is the adjustable strap, and there's a little bit of like engraving on that adjustable gold knob as well, like Cruise 2025, 100% Chanel, just kind of cute. Now something over at the top, they have the box bag, which I think is quite elegant. I like that it's tall enough that it'll fit your phone, even if you have the larger iPhone. And we have a vanity case, which is very neutral in a way because it's enamel tone. All the hardware isn't super apparent. The zipper is gold, but the rest of the hardware is enamel white to kind of blend into the bag. And they carry on this line of detail into the mini flat bags. So we have the lambskin with this lacquered metal with light pink, and it comes in this beautiful green color and gray. I like the ideas that they're playing around with it. It's not absolutely my favorite, but I think it's interesting that they're doing that. One bag that I think is really beautiful for this cruise is this mini flat bag that is white and black. The very square quilting gives me very like 60s vibe, and I particularly love how the chain is finished on the inside. Traditionally in the past, all the small flat bags are just looped in twice. Here you see this like silver stud engraved the CC inside the bag. So I just like that little detail. I do appreciate how Chanel continuously kind of updates a little bits of their bag, even though from the outside it still looks like a flat bag, but in reality they're actually like trying to fix little bits up. Like they really are listening and trying to improve on their designs. And I do like the silver hardware throughout. We also see a couple of tweed bags. There's always going to be tweed bags. This one is a lambskin silver tone. I think it's quite pretty overall. I do like the border of lambskin. There is a full tweed bag. I actually like this little less with like sequins and everything. And then one with like multicolor, so really 60 retro pattern vibes. It's not my favorite. For their evening bags, there's this one that's all stressed out. I do think it's pretty. It also kind of reminds me of those DIY projects that people have been playing around with, like strassing their own bag or own shoes, but nevertheless, I do think it's really pretty. And for the last evening bag I want to show you is this perfume bottle. It's this plexi enamel gold tone, and it has multicolors on different sides. There's blue, there's yellow, there's red. It reminds me hugely of the Lego bags that were back in like 2016, 2013, when Karl Lagerfeld was designing into it, and those were a hit back then, and they're still reselling for a higher price point than retail. This current perfume bottle, I can't even tell how much it is. It just says price upon request, but it could be interesting on the resale value later if you decide to get it. There was also the perfume bottle that launched in 2022, and that's reselling for a massive amount now. So I think it's interesting. If you do like it, could be a good investment, potential investment. For Chanel 22s, there's this beautiful metallic blue and silver. I actually do like these fun leathers. I always look out for my favorite iridescents or metallics, and they do come in the plain leathers too. This one's just a shiny calfskin and light gray, when honestly in the end of the day it's probably the bag that you'll use the most, the neutral ones. And it does come also with a rainbow metal hardware, which I think is still neutral enough to pass off as just like a everyday bag. And every time they've done like a rainbow hardwares, depending on the season, they've also resold for really, really good value. I love the 22 collection where they had the iridescent leathers and hardware. Absolutely gorgeous. This isn't quite the same level, but I do like the little mix up with the hardware. This one I'm actually kind of curious about, this large hobo bag. I love the wash denim and I love the multiple pockets, how they have 4 pockets on all the sides. If you've been following, I bought the Duma backpack last year and I absolutely love it. And this just reminds me of it. These little butt pockets on the bag, it really kind of speaks to me, and obviously it speaks to some people too because they're launching in different designs. They have it in a larger size, and continuing on this, they have a backpack again, but this one with a cinched draw cord, and again with these big pockets on the outside. I absolutely love it. I would love the black, but I already have a black that's so similar to this. It also comes in the white and the silver, but I do think this is going to be a really good buy for like something a little bit more modern, definitely from this collection, but it still remains kind of like a classic. I know it's not going to go out too far. For shopping bags, it's kind of a similar look. There's also like this big pocket on the outside with a cinched drawstring top. And for more of their true shopping bags, there's a cotton crochet one, which is kind of interesting. I've heard that a lot of the crochets are hand crochets, so that's why it's so expensive, even though it's not leather. I think the colors are pretty, and then they have like definitely a very cruisy shopping bag with the crew, blue and yellow stripes. Even though I love just shopping bags, I definitely wouldn't get the light color ones because you're probably going to use it for something a little bit more hardware and travel, beach, whatnot. So you'll probably end up with like a black one or dark color ones. In terms of winter accessories, and I know we're talking about cruise right now, but I do want to call out some of the winter accessories if you haven't got your hands on it. The Coco Neige earmuffs, I've seen it all over social media. Jenny from Blackpink is wearing it, so you know it's good. There's a couple other winter accessories that are quite cute. One accessory that I want to call out for the cruise collection is the belts. Don't ever sleep on Chanel's belt, especially their chain belts. My cousin bought a chain belt from like literally 8 years ago or 10 years ago, and every time she wears it, I'm still jealous because it still looks good. Honestly, Chanel is still launching very similar designs for their chain belts, and I think it's so beautiful. This one is my absolute favorite. It's little crabs on it, a little sun hat, just so beautiful. They have different ones too with like strass and just a little details throughout. So one major point about belts and accessories in general is that they do go on sale. So even if you don't catch it now, if you go at the end of season sales, bags never go on sale, but shoes and accessories do. So they usually are about 40%, and I feel like I've seen 50 depending on the store and depending what time of the season you're going. But I've definitely seen, especially in Vegas, but like all over all the stores, jewelry, accessories, and stuff on sale. So always peek at the belts. Okay, we are done with bags. I just have a couple of pairs of shoes I want to chat with you about, with what I feel is going to be the trend or what is going to be popular for the next season or so. One thing is crazy to me is the moccasins. This one is patent black and it's so simple. I want to love it and hate it at the same time. I feel like that this is going to be a hit shoe. Usually shoes, I've noticed, if I slightly love it and hate it at the same time, somehow it becomes really trendy. So I have a feeling this shoe is going to be it, even though I kind of dislike it. Mary Jane's, they're also doing something really simple this season. So really simple. I kind of like how it's kind of lined with like some kind of Sherpa or a little fur. And it comes in the white too, again, super plain. And in terms of flip-flops, sandals, thongs, I obviously wouldn't buy 1200 USD Chanel flip-flops that I might ruin the first time I go to the beach, especially because these are actually leather. They're suede. This one is all stressed out, and they also have a pearl one, but I do want to say that I'll probably be able to find one somewhere else, like Zara, or literally Steve Madden, literally anywhere else. But I am gonna get myself a pair of blinged out flip flops for the summer, 100%. However, one thing I would possibly get from Chanel are these sling bags. So these are going back to classic if you're not super like minimalistic and you do like this classic Chanel look. I love this beautiful light green color that's been popping up the last couple of seasons, and the strass on kind of like acting like stitching is just so beautiful to me. If you want to keep it even more classic, they have it in the beige. And they also have it in the gray, and I'm sure there's different variations in stores too. So those were all my recommendations. Nothing honestly caught my eye too hard. The two biggest things I actually liked in this collection, surprisingly, was the accessory, the belt. The first one I showed you with the little crab and the sun hat. Absolutely gorgeous, so cute. Actually don't even know how much this one is because it's priced upon request. And the second actually is the sling bags. I really like the pastel green color personally. I know it's a little bit odd, but I love it. I love the suede and the goat skin. So personally for me, these two are on the list, and then this just makes me want to get like stressed out flip-flops too. Was there anything that you liked? I actually didn't really like any of the bags for myself for this season, but let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.